Okay, let's have a look at the paddle shifters on SX2 Kona, which is the second generation of Kona. So you see here, there's one on the right, and then there's one over here on the left. So those paddles, I'm going to show you in the video how to work them, so at the end you'll know it inside out, hopefully. And they serve a number of purposes. So one thing is, when I'm pulling up to, say, junctions like this roundabout coming up ahead, see here, I'm going to pull that lever, I'm going to hold it. So the brakes aren't working, actually the motor's slowing the car down, not the brake pads and discs. Anyway, what we'll do is let's start off and I'll show you how they work from a basic level, and hopefully you'll be able to use it on your car. Okay, so we're going to drive around this backyard here because it's the only way I can kind of hold the camera and not be illegal on the road. So essentially, we've got this one and this one over here. So obviously, this one you'd use your right hand, this one you'd use with your left hand. And in here, we have, you'll see the information is changing depending what I do with the paddles. For anyone not familiar with regenerative braking, so what happens is when you go to brake in a normal car, or even this car, put your foot in the brake, there's a brake, let me show you outside here. Oh, that's not the best wheel for looking at this, right? Look at this seat is here. There's a brake caliper, there's a disc, and there's a brake pad in there. And basically, the caliper pushes the brake pad against the brake disc, and that's how your car slows down when you depress the brake pedal. And that's fine, and that'll still work on an electric car like this. However, if you choose to use these paddle shifters, rather than using the brake pads and discs that I just showed you there, you're going to use the motor. So there's an electric motor, the battery sends power to the motor sends power to the wheels, and it turns in a certain direction. But when we use the regenerative braking, we're actually using that motor to slow down the vehicle rather than the brake pads and discs. So why is that good? Because obviously we're not using brake pads and all that kind of stuff, but also it's using that energy from the energy from the motor to put back up into the battery. Now, to be fair, it's a marginal amount. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. So the first thing is, when you look at the car, it can have level 0 regeneration. Oops, it's gone really sunny. God, that sun will blind you. So anyway, let's have a look down here. We're on level 0. Okay, level 0. I can go to, level 1, level 2, level 3, or I pedal. Or similarly, I can go I pedal back down to level 3, back down to level 2, back down to level 1, back down to level 0, or I can hold it for automatic. And then when I'm in automatic, I can have it very sensitive in automatic, or not very sensitive. I'll show you this better in a second. Okay, let's go with level 0 for the minute. So what we're going to do is, actually, I need to get rid of auto. And then I need to get rid of everything and go back to 0. So level 0 is essentially freewheeling. Like a normal car, I take my foot off the accelerator, I'm just freewheeling. I can go to level 1, that we can see down here. Level 1, I can feel a bit of restriction. When I let off the accelerator, kind of just feels like there's a little bit of restriction on the car. Nothing major. Let's go to level 2. So again, I'm going to take my foot off. We're on to level 2. You can see here. A little bit more restriction. I'm going to go to level 3. Now I can feel a bit more restriction. Or I can go to level 4, which is the I pedal. See the way the car stopped by itself. So I can drive, foot off the accelerator, and the car stopping by itself. If you've ever driven a forklift or a golf buggy, that's kind of how they work. Accelerate, let off, and it stops. So that's I pedal. So essentially, like what we said, I'm going to go back to 0 here for a minute. So what I did was paddle this upwards to get back to 0. So like what we said, level 1. And all I'm doing is just dabbing this backwards. Level 2, level 3, I pedal. So different grades of regenerative braking. All you're finding is the a little bit more restriction. So as you let off the pedal, level 1, not that much, level 2 a little bit more, level 3 a little bit more, but iPedal is pretty severe. And that's what it is. So the idea is when you let off the accelerator, you'll have a bit of restriction or a full amount of restriction depending on the level, and it's just trying to harvest some energy that gets lost under normal braking, and you're not using your brake pads, which is great. The other part of it is, so we saw this one here was bringing us up in the levels, and then we saw this one here is bringing us back down the levels, level 3, level 2, level 1. However, there's one other thing I can do with this one, right? So even if I was on level 0 or level 1 or level 2 or level 3 or whatever it is, I can hold the paddle. So all we've been doing so far is dabbing the left paddle. This time I'm going to hold it. So foot off the accelerator, I'm going to hold it, keeping my finger on this, and we've stopped. So I've essentially used the motor to slow down the car. So I've held this and it's acted like a brake pedal. So let's try that again. Accelerate, we're moving, foot's off the accelerator, hold. And now it's going to slow down and stop. So we're kind of using it like a brake. So we've seen this one is increasing how much restriction is coming in the regenerative braking by tapping it in the different levels we saw. And if I hold it, it's going to brake. Now, this one on the right, we've seen that decrease the levels. So, okay. Oh, sorry, it was off. So what we're going to do is use this one this time. We're going to go down the levels. 3, 2, 1, 0. That's tapping. So we're tapping down the levels. However, I can hold that and it goes into auto. So that's fine. So say when we're in auto, and this takes a little bit of thinking. When we're in auto, so you can see I'm still in auto. Now I can tap this and you can see the auto is increasing. So I'm tapping the left paddle and it's making the auto bar, you'll see the blue bar going across, more severe. The automatic version of regenerative braking is like what we were doing already. But if I have it very severe, or even kind of maybe let's make it less severe, back down to maybe halfway. Essentially, the car is going to, when you let your foot off the pedal, it will go into regenerative braking. However, it also accounts for, when it's automatic, gradients and the kind of traffic flow that the car's been in. So what it's trying to do is moderate. So when you let off the pedal, it won't essentially go straight into kind of heavy regenerative braking, because it might say, do you know what, going on the gradient, going on the kind of habit that this person's been doing. Actually, as I approach the corner, I can feel it kicking in a bit more. So it's a more intelligent way of doing it, where the car is trying to decide what the correct level of regenerative braking is, rather than you saying, I want number 1, I want number 2, I want number 3, or whatever it is. Now, if you're finished with the auto function and you don't want it anymore, we're just holding this paddle, and now we're going back into the manual levels again. So that is the left and right paddle on Kona EV SX2, which, not to be mistaken, is, I know, sorry, that car is filthy at the moment, that's the first generation. This is the second generation. So what I've shown you is relevant to this generation, not that generation. Anyway, hopefully this is helpful for somebody if they're trying to figure out how to use the paddle shifters on their Kona EV on the SX2 model. And if there's anything I've missed, let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to help. Thanks for watching.